Hey everybody, Joey with Tactical Response. Thanks for watching. So what I have for you today is the new hotness from Midwest Industries. We have the Alpha series of their AK parts. We have completely done a makeover for one of our old rentals here. Had Thad come down and he gave us a hand on slapping these parts on. So let's talk about it. Here we are back at the shop, ready to talk about the Midwest Industries Alpha series. So this is the gun that I was shooting on the range. Had a lot of fun with it, put a couple hundred rounds through it while we were out there, and definitely going to be shooting it some more. But before we get into that, I wanted to give you guys an example or show you what we were working with before we put on all the Alpha series parts. And this is what we have. So both of these guns were from Tactical Response's original loaner fleet before we got the Century Arms C39 V2s. These have had thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds shot through them. They were all re-barreled at some point. After we got the C39s, we have just been holding on to them, right? And I figured, why not bust one of these out, give it a makeover, and put it back in the loaner fleet. So this is the before, this is the after. We've been out here shooting this for a while, and something that I'm already appreciating is the heat shield in this handguard. It is, I mean, it's warm to the touch right now, but it's actually kind of nice, like nice and cozy, right? So the one thing that I would point out is this little piece of metal that's sticking out right here. Gets pretty hot, so with this optic mounted as far forward as it is, I want to put my hand out here, and I've caught it a few times. So what I'm going to do when I get back to the shop is bring this optic, put it back here, because this is where my hand's wanting to naturally rest now that I can't put it so far forward. When it comes to Midwest, right, they're hitting that the first rule is to look cool. This looks pretty cool, but outside of looking cool, Midwest, very good friend of the company, and the reason why we recommend them so much is because the amount of effort that they put into making sure that this meets their own standards. So lifetime warranty on everything, and again, I believe it was 15 years of testing and development on this whole series to make sure that it's going to meet their expectations of their gear, right? This is going to last you a lifetime. What do we have here? We got the Hollow Sun optic up front. Lewis is a fan of optics forward. I've never really messed with it that much, so I decided why not try it out on this. And I'm gonna move the optic back. I'm gonna move it back to the railed top cover that we have on here. So again, the heat guard is great in it, barehanded. Couple hundred rounds, never got too hot to handle. All these pieces are, again, aluminum and steel. There's no wiggle room, and I don't know if it adds actual robustness, but it makes it feel more robust for sure, and it doesn't add a lot of weight. This is definitely lighter than my personal AK that has one of their other handguards on it. The rail top cover, if you get this, keep in mind that this only works with their Alpha series handguards. So if you have one of their older handguards, you cannot buy just the rail top cover if you want to. It only works with the Alpha series handguard. It hinges up and is actually something that I didn't think about when I was on the range filming the video, is the return to zero, if you have your optic back here, is supposed to be like spot on. So I'm actually going to move the optic back and do a few tests with that. I'm not expecting any issues at all, but yeah, so it just hinges up, slap it back down. Of course, they're folding stock right here. These screws adjust the cheek riser right here. The butt pad can also be adjusted up or down for if you're using a chest rig or armor. Big old textured button for collapsing the stock or extending it. This is a great stock. It feels sturdy. All of these things, something that I've always noticed about Midwest is like, it just feels sturdy, right? Like I enjoy feeling like when I pick up one of these, especially this now with all this on it, or my personal AK has a very similar feel. Like I feel like I could not break it if I wanted to. Back to the handguard real quick. This is the 10-inch version. And they do have the 6-inch as well. We might put this on one of the other loaners because not only do they have the 6-inch handguard, but a standalone optics mount. But just like the rail top cover, this only works with the Alpha series handguards. You have to buy them as a set. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I've got for you. This is a real down and dirty, quick first impressions after taking it to the range and shooting it a bit. I'm definitely going to get some more rounds through it, put it in the loaner fleet, let the students shoot it. I'm gonna finish getting it set up all the way with the light and the sling and all that good stuff. If you have any questions, please post them down in the comments, and remember, your responsibility to be ready for the fight never ends.